The beautiful game. Filled with drama no less, and once every 4 years, 5 billion people are united by this game. But there is another game behind this beautiful game. A game of power, money, and corruption. One side takes and the other gives. No, this video is not about the corruption in FIFA. It's about the obsession with hosting the World Cup. Now, the question is, why? There's no doubt that hosting World Cup boosts tourism and exposure leading up to the World Cup. In 2014, Brazil World Cup. 1 million visitors poured into Brazil during the World Cup. In 2018, Russia, that number jumped to over 1.5 million people. And the coming 2022 Qatar World Cup, this is estimated to be a record of 1.7 million visitors. This does not include boost in foreign trade, development, and employment. It's no wonder countries pursue hosting rights with a complicated FIFA bidding process. But are the economic gains derived from hosting any substantial? Well, that depends. It's all about balancing the economic opportunities against the infrastructure costs. For a developing country that lacks world-class stadiums, hotels, and efficient transport network, the cost of expanding infrastructure starts to add up very quickly. This is the cost of hosting every World Cup since 1990 to 2018. The combined cost adds up to $48 billion. For the upcoming 2022 World Cup in Qatar, this is a staggering $229 billion. That's 4 times the combined budget for every World Cup since the 1990. Naturally, countries like the US and France who have existing infrastructure will spend much lesser to host the event. The short-term economic impact will directly benefit hotels and restaurants while creating new job opportunities. But these economic benefits are modest at best when measured against longer-term implications. But as countries take on debt to spend on infrastructure projects, interest rates rise and hurt other sectors of their economy. With FIFA's strict requirements on high-capacity stadiums, construction of stadiums becomes the most costly component of infrastructure upgrades. In 2018 Russia World Cup, 11 brand new stadiums were built and 1 was refurbished. Total construction cost amounted to $3.45 billion. Fast forward to 2022 Qatar World Cup. 7 new stadiums were built and 1 was refurbished. A whopping $6.5 billion to $10 billion was spent, twice of Russia's. FIFA also mandates that stadiums are spread throughout the country, which exacerbates the problem after the event ends. Stadiums located at rural areas fail to draw large crowds and cannot generate revenue to sustain itself. Whereas stadiums in the city are often expensive to manage and takes up scarce, high-value real estate. The high operating and maintenance cost of these arenas, coupled with low attendance, dooms the stadiums to a future of underutilization and neglect. Yet stadiums alone do not determine the success of the host nation. Having efficient immigration checkpoints, sufficient airport capacities, strong domestic transportation networks, and sufficient accommodation facilities are also key requirements to be a FIFA World Cup host. If a country needs to build this from scratch, then the cost skyrockets. That's why hosting the World Cup can be so controversial. The idea of spending money to build all these instead of supporting the underprivileged often becomes a flashpoint between the government and their people. Not everything is negative though. Infrastructure upgrades can provide positive socio-economic impact for the country post-event. Take 2010 South Africa World Cup for example. The upgraded infrastructure directly led to the creation of jobs and boosted the local economy for several years. So, where are the revenues? Revenue comes from 3 main segments: broadcasting rights, ticketing sales, and marketing, all of which are tax-free and goes directly to FIFA. FIFA then allocates agreed sums to host countries to cover operating costs. Even local cities are required to provide tax breaks for sale of merchandise and tickets. It was estimated that Germany offered $272 million worth of tax exemptions for its 2006 World Cup bid. With its monopoly on the World Cup, FIFA is capable of forcing unfair agreements with bidding nations. How does that even make any sense? Why would any country want to host the next World Cup then? It's obvious that economic returns from hosting the World Cup are often inflated by people hoping to profit from it. The promised returns may sometimes never come to fruition. But what really mattered to average citizens of the host nation was to become the center of the football world. No one throws a party to make money. You do it because it makes you happy. In the end, hosting the World Cup is a badge of honor. With 5 billion football fans worldwide, the host nation gets to showcase their agenda to gain international recognition. Whatever that agenda may be for Russia or Qatar. Regardless of the FIFA controversies and high infrastructure costs, fans will continue to dream and hope for their team to lift the World Cup. Subscribe and shake the bell so you don't miss our next video.